Woo! Time to get that paper, man. Yeah. What up, gang? What up, squad? It's your boy, AreYouTherious, the realest, the coolest, the trillest, young king. Only two platforms as we speak. Welcome back from another lit banger, gang. We got fantastic hip hop in the building. Y'all know, man. He do crazy, not crazy videos, but he be on point with the news and stuff like that. You know, letting us know what's really going on in hip hop. You feel me? But we got how Drake just embarrassed himself. Now Drake did embarrass himself because he is a fucking pedophile. All right, a pedo, whatever you want to call him. That's what he is. You know, but we're gonna hear what he got to say about it. If you're new, subscribe, like the video, comment some more bangers. Let's go ahead and get it. Bang.
After being the absolute laughing stock of the rap world for a few days, Drake responded back to Kendrick Lamar's absolute behemoth of a diss in Meet the Grams and the banger of Not Like Us with a new cut titled The Heart Part 6, and well, from the title alone, as Kendrick took over Drake's AM/PM series, Drake coming back and taking over his Heart series was genius. When you look at the entirety of this song, this is about as good as it gets as when you sit down and digest what Drake had to say here. It's clear that for the first time in this beef, one of these titans just absolutely missed the mark. So when it comes to The Heart Part 6, it's not even really a diss track at all and more of a defense track, as after Kendrick made allegations that Drake was hiding a daughter on Meet the Grams and that him and OVO are joining the ranks of people like Dan Schneider and Diddy, people have been running around clowning Drake as they have recited the insane quotables that Kendrick dropped on his last few tracks, and in an effort to make this attack stop, Drake has come with a response where he tries to clear his name of all of these pretty serious allegations and throw everything right back.
The way that nigga was trying to like get himself out the hot water is be like, oh, if I was doing all that crazy stuff y'all saying I would have been locked up a long time ago. Bitch, no. Some of these niggas be doing this shit for 20-30 years before they get caught. That don't mean anything.
Back on Kendrick, and while the menacing beat that samples Aretha Franklin and the straight rapping from Drake would make you think that he's about to do just that, when you listen to his lyrical performance here, all he ended up doing is just making himself look way worse than he ever has. Now, the first set of bars on this track are all pretty fine and definitely set up some solid groundwork for Drake to do damage, but when he tries to drop his first massive reveal here, he says that him and his team set Kendrick up, and they tricked him into believing that he had an 11-year-old daughter that he was hiding just to make Lamar look like an absolute fool in this supposed gotcha moment. And while if this was true, this would completely alter everything. When we look at the evidence and everything we know so far, this makes absolutely zero sense, and let me tell you why. First off, Drake's saying that Kendrick is getting his stories from clowns, and then contradicting himself by saying that he and his team gave him the story just makes no sense already. But beyond these lines just conflicting with one another, Drake's knee-jerk reaction to Kendrick saying that he had a daughter was to post an Instagram story laughing about it, and if it were the truth that Kendrick was set up. If Drake was the true mastermind that he said he is, he would either have the receipts to show that they got Kendrick, or he would have had a song ready to explain this entire thing off the bat. But he doesn't, and after Drake fans on social media were running with this theory in a way to seemingly cope with Meet the Grams, in all honesty, it seems like Drake just ripped this from what everyone else was saying, because with no evidence at all and the fact that Drake did not have this response right in the chamber, when you do a little thinking and wonder why Drake would let all of this bad press run around his name for days, I think anyone can spot out that this is a bold-faced lie, and beyond this,
this nigga Drake got titties. I can't talk because I do too, but yeah, that's funny.
He says that the items that were stolen off him that Kendrick posted were also a part of this elaborate setup and that they were a part of some massive joke. And this just makes things seem even more ridiculous. Drake harps on the fact that there was this joke and this setup, yet does not explain what any of it meant or what it was. So overall, while Drake is trying to sell us the idea that this was his grand plan all along, after the guy made an entire short film for his Family Matters music video and didn't decide to document any of these parts that would have seemingly supported any of this, just shows that either Drake is incredibly unintelligent or that he is just the biggest liar out right now. And you know what? Maybe Drake is just a fool, because as this track goes on, he tries to have another massive gotcha moment on Kendrick as he addresses the major allegations about being really creepy around girls, as he ropes Kendrick's Mr. Morale track, Mother I Sober, into the mix and tries to weaponize Kendrick's pain by saying that the reason Lamar is running around with these allegations is because he himself was a victim of the same thing when he was a child, which already trying to utilize somebody for going.
That's that. Like I told Shuggy, I said, man, that was too far, bro. You don't bring up some. That is like the worst. You know what I'm saying? Because you got taken advantage of by an adult. Somebody's supposed to, you know, care for you, take care of you. I don't think that's something you should play with, bro.
through something so traumatic is a genuinely strange and horrible thing to do, but beyond even this, the song Mother I Sober is not about Kendrick being a victim, but it's actually about Lamar's own mother, whose pain and experience made her think that the same horror she went through, her son also did. So when you understand this as well, it makes Drake's claims about Kendrick not checking facts and fully understanding things feel even more half-baked, because when you boil it down, everything Drake has said so far on this track is either so far-fetched without any evidence, or he's just completely wrong about what's supposed to be the framework that supports this very track, and somehow making things even worse than all this. The other main thing Drake does to address the really bad allegations about him and girls is to say that he predicted that this was the angle Kendrick was going to take, which first off, is that supposed to be some sort of flex that the image you've put out over the years would let somebody even come at you for this and continuing to just plummet from here? In defense of himself, Drake says that he is too famous to be the things that Kendrick has suggested, which again, there's just been so many times in this beef where Drake is saying things that don't make any sense or line up with anything else that happens in the reality the rest of us live in, because as we have seen over the years, especially recently, a lot of the most famous and rich people in the world have been exposed of the thing that you are defending yourself from, so to try to shut this down this way, it's actually laughable because of how it just disregards any form of logic, and if you didn't think this defense could get any worse, it again somehow does, as Drake tries to taunt Kendrick and protect himself by saying that he is only messing with girls like his wife, Whitney, and not Millie Bobby Brown and Wait. Kendrick never said anything about Millie Bobby Brown, so once again, Drake is really just destroying himself here at this point. It is truly at that level. Now, Drake also puts out again the same accusations that he did on Family Matters, which is a good tactic to make Kendrick address them directly, but with so many more straight out awful lines like the B sharp bar that is trying to clap back at Kendrick's A minor line and just misses the point entirely. All in all, it just makes this track...
Bro, I love fantastic hip hop. This dude is like... he's got to be damn near a genius when it comes to this type of stuff, bro. Because the way he's bringing it down, I would have never guessed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong, though? Like, is he not hitting this shit over the head?
Entirely. All in all, it just makes this track harder and harder to listen to. And as towards the end, it pretty much looks like Drake is fully treading back on Kendrick and waving the white flag by saying that he is done with this. While Drake may be trying to gaslight people into saying that he had a genuine plan, humiliated Kendrick, defended his honor, and now is above all this, in actuality, when you read this track and all of its core ideas for what they are, it really just seems like Drake put out a PR song that is trying to mitigate the damage that Kendrick has created around his name and overall, even if the hip-hop community and a lot of other people will now see Drake in a different way forever. At least his own fans will still believe that Drake has played everything in this beef right, and
no, hell no. Hell no, bro. Just being biased, bro, like in the middle. What being biased means being in the middle, I believe, right? I don't want to look it up right now because I don't want to waste y'all time, but I'm in the middle is what I'm trying to say. And if Drake was up, then I would say he was up, but I don't think he's up because I literally reacted to a video last night. Go check it out. Rick Ross exposed him for kissing and seducing a 14-year-old girl, bro. Go check it out. It's on my channel, you know. After that, I was like, nah, Drake Dunzo, in my eyes.
That he is walking out unscathed. So overall, despite the Hard Part 6 being a good sounding song aesthetically, when you break down this attack plan and pretty much see how this is a glorified PR statement that the internet wrote to defend Drake, I don't even know how somebody who showed that he was so battle ready in the beginning of this beef thought that this was a good idea to release. This track was clearly so rushed, and from the inconsistent writing to the things Drake is saying, you can see that his demeanor really flipped and that whether he admits it or not, he completely compromised and caved in on his strategy and threw out his bravado as Kendrick has proven to be more and more of a force that he can't handle. So at this point, we are just left to see how Kendrick Lamar will respond to this track and ultimately witness how he will end this feud once and for all. And with all that said, let me know your thoughts on the Hard Part 6. Am I being too harsh on it, or is this song as terrible as I'm saying? And if you want to see my thoughts on how Kendrick Lamar is destroying Drake's career already, check out the suggested video.
I mean, the song wasn't bad. Like, it was hard. After, like, when he said when the nigga got molested or whatever, even though I didn't like him bringing it up, but he was like, I bet when you heard Mariah Carey touch my body, that brought back horrific, like, you know, like brought back some shit from your past and your mind type shit. You know what I'm saying? So flashbacks. Oh man, it had me and Shuggy rolling, bro. Y'all go check out that reaction, man. It was wild, bro. And we both just we voiced our opinion and we told y'all how we felt. If if it was yay or nay, and we was kind of like both in the middle. But anyway, man, we're gonna go ahead and close out this video. If you're new, subscribe, like the video, comment some more bangers y'all want me to react to. Until next time, your boy D is out. Pal, you got something to say? You're not making no sense. Talk right. Yeah, good job, pal. What you got to say, see you?
My name is Mariah.
Oh, I ain't see Jeb there. Hi, Mariah. What's your name? Oh, we already know your name. What you got to say, Jeb?
Hola.
Hola. That's my big boy. That's my big son and my big girl. All right, gang. We gone. Love y'all.